Hey guys, Chocolate Guy here, and welcome back to the series where I'm talking about all the Cartoon Network shows from 2010 onwards. Today, I'm discussing the first season of Generator X. I did not know what to expect going into this season. I had never seen the show and knew pretty much nothing about it other than the idea was based on a few comics and it was one of Cartoon Network's last true action shows. Going in, I was really enjoying it at first. The season really puts its best foot forward. The show's story is a little cliche, but they make a lot of smart and bold choices early on that make it really interesting and exciting. And then the season kinda loses me. I'm very conflicted on the season because there are a lot of problems, but I liked most of the episodes. The characters are good, but the characters and their narratives feel very underwritten in this season, making certain stories around them not that good. The season in general tries to tackle interesting themes and topics around different conflicts and this world, but it really doesn't have the depth to do it that well, making a lot of the show's messaging really simple and not that interesting either. The plots in general throughout this season are pretty cliche a lot of the time, with not a lot of twists to make them that exciting. And this is partially because there's a lot of interesting stuff early in the season that is completely rushed and should have played into the overarching narrative much more throughout the entire season instead of right at the beginning. Some of the overarching narrative stuff we get later in the season is great, and the best part of this season. The action can be great, but an amount of the time it's just kinda serviceable and again not the most interesting. And a lot of the music isn't very good, just being generic 2000s rock and other generic 2000s music that can kind of kill the tone of a scene. There's other production choices like goofy sound effects that don't fit a scene that make stuff hard to take seriously. But once again, I liked most episodes of this season. The majority are good, because this world and these characters are interesting enough and fun enough to watch to make most episodes enjoyable. While the episode's plots can be generic, most episodes give an overall good spin on them, even if other things being underwritten keeps any episode from being particularly great. And there are definitely some stinkers, but most of the season was fine, and there were some really good episodes that actually do get some really interesting stuff out of these characters and this world. But overall, this season is okay, because for the most part, it's just an average kid's action cartoon. I hope season 2 actually does expand on interesting themes and takes its stories further, but I guess I'll have to wait and see.